Nerdsy, is you ready?
I'm ready.
Del Pesh, is you ready?
I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. I stay ready so don't.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
In a world where the depression hits the most for me on Thanksgiving because I didn't get to eat anything. This is The Vent. I'm your host, Jay Hunneville. You got Nerdsy here.
Hey.
Got Del Pesh here.
Woo, 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 woo. I hear trickling outside. I don't know if...
It's probably raining.
It's probably raining for those... Stay cold today.
Stay cold, I swear.
I said stay cold today. What I actually meant to say is stay warm today, yeah.
Nah, stay cold still.
I think...
Stay icy.
I think it's going to be snowing soon.
Do not call that yet. Ooh, don't call that
Don't
yet.
manifest that.
Not yet. After, in December. Please. First week of December.
Not even that. More like, go after like New Year's.
Hey. My
You're
birthday. I
asking
asked
for
for my
too
birthday.
much still.
Whoa.
You're asking for too much.
What do you mean? That's never enough.
You're asking for too much. Yo. But last week was Thanksgiving. Oh God. That was a terrible... How are your guys' weekend before I talk about the hell that I been through? How was your guys' weeks? Y'all ate good?
Mm-hmm.
It was so, like, I almost forgot it was Thanksgiving. Like, it wasn't really, you know, it was just a regular day, really. It was a good time to relax. Nice holiday, you know, to do stuff. But, like, the only thing, I did have to have the macaroni pie. You got to have that on Thanksgiving.
Oh, you guys are lucky, bro. I didn't have nothing but... Literally, because I got my wisdom teeth removed, all 4, on Thursday. And the only thing I had for Thanksgiving was mashed potatoes with any gravy that I can get. Turkey gravy, curry goat gravy, oxtail gravy, pork gravy.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't eat anything else. I was pissed. Miserable. Shout out to Mula first. Pissed.
Like, yo.
I was like, I couldn't eat nothing, bro. Everybody's, and you know how people just, they lean into it for, food is good this year. I'm like, mother.
They made it more like...
Yo, they were being extra. That sounds extra, like, you're like...
Yo, this is slapping.
Yo, this is real good, man. While they looking past you,
barely can talk. It's terrible, yo. Teeth in pain. Still in pain today, but
it's like the dull pain you're getting, like an ache.
It's like a dull pain, yo.
As long as it's not
it's just a healing pain, like a healing sore dull pain.
As long as it's not those sharp pains, then you gotta.
It was like the first, like, man. There's something about clean drugs though. Clean drugs, like there's something about clean drugs.
okay.
It's weird to sound, but like
it's the staring.
That's There's something about like
it's something about clean drugs. It's just like what?
Yo, because I had the laughing gas
what just
and
happened?
aesthetic or whatever, and that out like a light, like I know people said they were up. Like when you have to do your wisdom or teeth or whatever done in surgery, put me to sleep, baby.
Just
put me out. Cause I remember just remember just keep breathing, you know, it's gonna hit, whatever. I didn't remember it hitting. I don't remember nothing. All I can remember is just breathing. Okay, JB, surgery's over.
That's
mouth full of gauze.
That's creepy. Like
I'm like, what? I'm flabbergasted, high out of my mind.
They're like, all right. And you just wake up, you're like, yeah, all right, you're just back
it's in. Like every time
it's timing though. Like,
yeah,
that's really what it is.
And every time I blink, I was in a different place.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's one of those things. Like I blinked, I'm in a wheelchair. I blinked, I'm at the dentist chair.
Oh, I don't.
And then like
that sounds like some looper.
Crazy thing.
So okay, DJ Vlad. Too Short had an interview about that where he had to he had like a knee pain or a leg pain or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had to take the Oxycontin, right?
Yeah.
And he said, yo, he'll take them, close his eyes, 5 hours pass. He'll be like, whoa, okay. Took another one, blink his eyes.
He probably got a strong ass one.
No, like, blink his eyes. Wait, okay. Take another one because it's still paining, right?
Yeah.
Wake up the next day, it's like 10 a.m. What? But I went to bed 5 p.m. yesterday. How did I? And after a while, he's like, nah, I have to bear the pain and just throw those pills out. Yo, I don't like that time traveling. I don't like that, man.
They gave me
3
some.
days of your life, God.
They gave me some drugs. Like, all I can remember was like, I remember when they told me to put the ice packs on my cheeks, and then close my eyes again, and then I remember just being like wheeled out. But the thing about it, I'm seeing like ceiling lights.
Oh,
all
like
I'm seeing is like the lights. And it's like different lights and all that stuff. And then I remember, next thing you know, my sister's driving. Don't touch the car door. Like, I remember just different places, but I was out of here. They said, don't take no stairs. I tried to get up because I thought I was okay. And then stood up, made one step.
Oh,
the whole body started to shift to the side. My brother and my sister, my brother and my mom started running towards me. Get him, run, get him, run. Because I was ready. I was ready to drop out. Because I thought I was okay. I wanted to go to my bed, but they're like, nah, chill in the living room and relax. You were, high, but it was good. It wasn't like when you smoke weed and you're just like, this shouldn't be in my system.
And the paranoia.
I love that was in my system. I'm gonna need a couple more surgeries of that. I know it's not a good thing, but that was.
But anesthesia. So you're saying the anesthesia here is great then?
Yeah. Yes.
Good job, medical field.
Medical field. Whoever said because I wouldn't want to. I don't like dentists. I don't like.
I imagine most people don't.
I hate it. Like, I hate when, they're putting a filling in or whatever and they say, oh, just a pinch. And I'll needle up in your gum.
Hitting the nerve
part? Put me to sleep. Put me out. Take me out of here for the time being. Do what you have to do. I felt like, I'm not gonna lie, like, they did a good job. They did an amazing job. But, I feel like there was this one teeth, like the top right, that gave them a lot of trouble. I felt like they snuffed me in my face. Like, I felt, this sense, why don't you get out? like I felt like they were dealing with my jaw a certain way when I was in surgery. Yeah. And it's not recorded. That's why I asked them where my teeth was. They couldn't tell me.
Oh, wait, don't they usually show it to you? Or?
Well, I think because it was chipped out, like, it probably looked like shreds of pieces of teeth or something. Coming out. Because I think I asked them when I was high. Like, I remember certain things. I think I asked the nurse in front of me. But maybe I was just, you know what I mean? Like, probably couldn't understand me. Yeah. My turn. And I remember the woman just looking at me and just shaking her head, just up and down. Yes. And I'm like, I am high.
Like,
and then next I'm escorted. It was funny because my sister was telling me when she had to park in the street. Like, and this is like Bloor, like near Ram.
Yeah.
So it's busy, UFT, whatever. So
yeah.
She parked in the street, blocked the bike lane and everything. You know how some people are. When you block the bike lane and you block traffic, people that are entitled to the road, they think the road is theirs. What the hell are you doing? Probably ready to drop N-bombs. Then they just see me getting wheeled out of the wheelchair. They're like, there's a wheel, just in a feeble position, just wheel out. Just get a wheeled out in the wheelchair. They say, sorry, people just, man, jump off bike, help him in the car. Help him,
There's no patience here.
No patience.
The last time I went to the dentist, like, I had like leftover like baby teeth, which is, I don't know how that happened, but they numbed me up and then like I didn't say he took a pliers, but he took like a plier lookalike thing. And all I could feel is tug. I was like, oh.
But you're like,
but you don't feel it though. Yeah. Okay. You can feel some
pressure.
The pressure. And then I was like, okay, okay. And then slowly the pain just came in, and then I was like, Pruh! I was bleeding up nonstop.
Yeah.
I had to eat oatmeal and just. This is awful.
Bro.
I was eating it. It's like, yo, this.
Well, it's crazy how your mouth can do worlds of wonder.
But it says it heals the fastest. They say it heals the fastest because it's always moist and whatever.
That kind of makes sense. Like you eat some pizza, bam, the top roof is gone. It'll be healed by the next day.
Yo, but God Almighty! I remember I was trying to like eat like fries or something. I said, yo, let me just try to eat something. And I couldn't even open my mouth to I had to flatten. Like I bought Krispy Kremes and I tried to like eat it. I had to flatten it like with my hands first, and then just like
kind of like
and I was just like, and it hurt to chew. So I'm like, man, I hate life.
Yo.
So I was listening to Kanye through the wire, sipping Enshores all day, just beer Ensure meal replacements all day, loading up on protein because I'm thinking protein would rebuild things faster.
You think so? Yeah.
I feel like that's a lie because I was in that pain, and you know what? I'm sorry. Kudos to all the people that like, that have a high pain tolerance. Like you guys, kudos to the ladies that have to deal with pain every month. Listen, I don't have a high pain tolerance. I'm terrible with pain. Like I'm telling my lady like, yo, my teeth is on fire. I can't do this anymore. And she's like, yeah, okay. It's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, everybody loses their wisdom teeth, Jamie. I'm like, yeah, but the pain. It's like, yeah, we've dealt with pain. Not everybody get put to sleep. That's wow. I'm like, well, damn, baby.
Not everybody gets put to sleep.
No, because some people do the wisdom teeth and they're up.
Yeah. They get the needle.
Get the needle. And they just start digging, chipping, and tugging and.
Yo, that's.
I feel like I got boxed up in my sleep. The way my jaw swelled.
You just swell, just like, oh.
Lady said, yo, why don't you come out? Joe. Like, but.
God, relax.
No,
Okay, I'm just gonna stay like this.
It is what it is. But yeah, that was the terrible days.
That's rough.
The terrible days.
All for the pearly whites. Speaking of pearly whites, I don't think that was the greatest segue. I tried. It was a shot, but it didn't go. Patricia Juggernauth, she has amazing teeth, pearly whites.
A big smile.
Yes,
big across CP24 screen.
CP, yeah. Wow. She would brighten up our days.
Yes.
On CP24, from like the weather, all the other shows and stuff on CP24.
Yes.
All right.
It was a bad segue. I know it was.
I mean, we're recording, so we're pre-recording. We can do it again.
Yeah, it was rusty. Okay, all right. Patricia Juggernauth. I'm joking. So basically, long story. Well, we could start like this. Patricia Juggernauth.
Juggernauth.
Yes.
Juggernauth.
So Jamaican to be like Juggernaut.
So like X-Men, but like
with a TH.
But what?
Nah.
Nah.
AUGHT.
Juggernaut.
Nah. Juggernauth.
So instead of I'm the Juggernaut, she'll say like I'm the Juggernauth. Which is like that'd be an interesting villain in X-Men.
Juggernaut. I'm Jamaican, sorry. Juggernaut. Patricia Juggernauth. Juggernauth was resigned from CP24 and did a lawsuit.
Has put a claims to human rights.
Human rights, yeah.
She addressed it on her Instagram about 11 years freelancing for Bell Media. Obviously not getting what she deserved. Not getting the raises she deserved,
right?
Getting paid less than her other colleagues,
of different ethnicities, genders,
deemed as a token, like in certain situations,
and not being invested in.
And
compared to who previously left, just for those listening, before Patricia left, someone previously left. I think Lisa
left.
Yeah. Well, she didn't leave.
Bell
Media let her go, like privately in a sense. Right.
They kind of didn't. They just didn't said.
Yeah.
They didn't renew it basically.
They just let her go. You know. And here's the thing about Bellamy has just been looking really bad. Like these people Rogers be looking bad. Bellamy be looking bad. Now, here's okay. Where would we go? Okay, let's shake some things.
Shake up the room.
Let's stir some pots, I guess.
Stir some pots.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Stir some.
From the times I've known for like City News, CP24,
right?
I felt like they used black people a certain way that it was just deemed obvious as hell that that's what you're gonna use them for. For example, I don't know if you guys remember Dwight Drummond.
Shout out to Dwight.
Dwight Drummond, he's now like a big anger man on CBC. When he was on City News, fam, every shooting, no matter any shooting
in the city,
the year of the gun, that guy was on call. He was there. Every shooting, any crime, Dwight Drummond was there.
To talk about it, or
talk about it, report. They said send the black folk to the crime scene.
Dang.
Like every time.
Dang.
I know he probably did other things, maybe Carabana, maybe like if like there was a reggae thing or whatever. It's like, yeah, let's bring the black guy there. But like for some strange reason, I may be wrong, and I may be wrong. You know what I mean? But based off me, what I would remember, even vividly, I remember there was a shooting where I used to live, and open the elevator, Dwight Drummond's there with the cameramans and thing. I'm like, wait, Dwight!
Like, what are you doing here?
I see you on TV all the time. There comes a point where it's like, I'm glad that he left City TV.
Right.
And now he's an anchorman at CBC, and I'm happy for him. But like, you could just see where they place people. You know what I mean?
This is true.
So, like, you have Patricia Juggernauth, you know.
So what did they place her? What was her archetype that they were trying to play on?
Well, another thing is, I don't know. Okay, let's shake the room again.
Oh.
When it comes to CP24, okay, Patricia Juggernauth, let's be real, guys. Patricia Juggernauth is beautiful.
Okay.
They put beautiful women as like the weather girl, or like for some reason she was always in like weather. They had her fill in for breakfast, like, you know what she said, breakfast television. Breakfast television,
yeah.
Funny that she called out the fact there's no black people on breakfast television.
Which now sort of think back, unless I'm forgetting.
I only thought it was that Italian.
They said they don't want no black people in the morning, yo. They're like,
no,
we don't even drink our coffee black. So they're probably just like, they don't want black people in the morning. That's what they're saying, I feel.
Unless she was on another show. What's her name? Tracy.
She's on another show.
She's on City Line. I think she does City Line now. Is it Tracy Edmonds or Tracy?
I know who you're talking about.
Yes. Tracy Moore.
Yes.
Tracy Moore, yeah. I sure she did breakfast television before.
She does. She did.
She did at one point, yeah.
And then she has her own segment.
Hold on.
Because she has her own segment.
Yeah, she runs City Line. Because I remember there was that old other woman that used to run City Line.
She does all the sales pitching.
Is it sales pitching?
Yeah, she
or
does
the fashion, and
she talks about people coming in and doing their home hardware. Show us a new recipe.
Yes.
Demonstrations, this, that.
But was she on breakfast television first, or was she on City News?
So yeah. So served as an anchor on City TV's Toronto's breakfast television from 2005 to 2008. Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah,
that was a while ago. Yeah.
But since then, there hasn't been like a solid black person on breakfast television.
Not that I could.
Some people already left.
Think of, yeah.
Like sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I have breakfast CP24 on silent, because sometimes I just need to know the weather. I need to know the time. More times you go to Pizza, you go to certain places, you'll see CP24 there.
You see it there, yeah.
You'll see something on the screen and you'll be like, oh, who's that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Cool. Yeah. You don't really like.
Oh, Diamond and Diamond is still going. Oh, okay. Pizza Hut. Oh, okay, cool. Oliver the jeweler still the belt? Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up.
So he upgraded his ads too.
Yo, he still be making money. Oh
making
yeah.
money. Like,
no, that's bad boy.
Still the same though.
Still the same theme song, but
The Cash Man? I'm the Cash Man.
Give you money with your cash. Oh my gosh.
Yo,
Like,
this man was selling. This man spray painted his face silver.
that he
And had the
OD'd.
vixens in do a synchronized choreography. And the man spray painted himself silver.
He's talking about them dollars.
He sprayed himself silver and said,
him and
yo,
his son do
I'm
it.
the Cash Man.
Him and his son do it, which is like,
Before Cisco,
Yeah, son
well,
is
I'm
not
joking. Cisco did before then.
Wait. So, let's. Okay, we're gonna stay on this topic, but I want to go left a second. Who started the bald hair weave? What is it?
Wait,
Wait,
what?
no, the bald haired shave. Was it?
Bald head shave?
No, the bald head shave.
dyed
that's-
hair thing.
But it's blonde. I swear.
Eve?
But she
Cisco?
came after
Platinum?
Cisco. You see what I'm saying?
That's not something.
Hold on, wait.
The platinum.
The platinum blonde.
I swear it would be
Like who actually started it? I put
she's
Cisco.
French.
You
a
got a
woman.
Stradman?
No.
He came after Cisco.
No.
You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah,
Is
we-
Cisco?
She's a woman.
Bro, we are
She
going
has-
on a tangent.
Is
bro.
Cisco the orange of the platinum blonde shave?
We'll
she
get back
had
to that.
the 90s haircut. It's a woman.
Are you talking about
She's French.
Keep doing your research. Let's get back to Patricia.
But we'll get to the Cisco theory. I swear he's the original of that. But anyways,
So Patricia, she's obviously, I don't know. I feel like Belle Mia has been doing some suspect thing from a while now.
from now till
They've been doing some
for like
suspect
3 or
thing.
4 years now. Yeah.
They've been doing some suspect things, and the problem is because it's such a powerhouse.
Right.
I feel like, paying with a lot of things, there's a lot of stress that people just don't talk about with that company.
With that company, yeah.
That nobody really addressed. So I'm glad that she stepped out to address it.
You know, have you heard anchors from Rogers come out like this so far? I don't. Not recently.
They probably have, but at the same time, like
right now it's just Bell, like one after another.
Bell be looking shaky right now. But Rogers, they have other things to worry about, like making sure their phone lines work.
Like, well, that's. I still can't believe that happened like that. That's,
You know what I mean? So, and then the Bell Media is like, man, and that's the thing. Like they're a powerhouse because they have like things like Crave and stuff.
Right.
And then it's like CP24 is literally everywhere.
Are they?
Like it's literally on every business, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, where do you guys find your weather? You guys don't go on 23. That channel's boring. That channel is boring.
Now that you mentioned 23, I don't really.
The Weather Network is not appealing.
It's very it's it's like
The only time I went on the Weather Network was when I was a kid, and when you heard like Hurricane Ivan or whatever is coming out, and then you just go on the Weather Network to see if it actually like was going and going.
Yeah.
But like CP24 has been like that channel.
Any business, if you go to Pizza, Timmy's, you go to Wendy's, you go to, if Lids has a TV playing in the background, they're probably playing their own ads, Lids. But like, any food place with a TV, there's CP24. The Caribbean restaurant I go to has CP24.
Yeah.
Like,
So
they're everywhere, man.
if there's not a staple Black person who's actually applying for this position too, could that also be affecting it? Not enough Black submissions?
I wouldn't be surprised if there is. There probably is submissions and they don't have to look at it.
But I mean, aside from her filling in, who else fills in that we can say we recognize?
The thing about it, me literally, like her addressing everything that happened is me literally finding out that she was a fill-in. I thought she was like
a
full time.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was freelancing that long. I thought she was just a part of CP24.
Right, part of Bell.
She was part-time.
But she was,
I would have never known because I seen her all the time.
She's taking them extra hours.
Yeah.
And she says, she mentioned to take extra hours as well to like prepare for segments, fill in when some person's not here. Like,
And then she was talking about how, You know, it's crazy. You know, they have the whole Bell Let's Talk. I was like, oh, this sounds like a great idea until you find out the foolery around it, bro.
You know what?
You know, it's times like, oh yeah, 5 cents a tweet. Oh, I could do that. I'll be tweeting A, B, C, D. You know, putting
5
some money
cents a
into it.
tweet.
Everybody's expressing how they feel on a Bell Let's Talk. I too dealt with depression.
Wait,
I've suffer some type of illness.
Wait, you have to pay them.
No.
Or
They pay. They pay if you use their hashtag.
Oh, if you use the hashtag, they pay you the.
Wait, what?
Yeah. There's a donation.
Oh, it's a
thing.
donation. Okay, right.
Anytime you use the hashtag on this Bell Let's Talk, they paid. They put a money in. So you have all these celebrities. Yeah, let's talk. Oh, it's trending. Let's talk. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sometimes it was just, you know, Bell, let's talk. This person's a waste youth. Like, it's like you can. Everybody was using this thing. You know what I mean?
This person's a waste. Wow.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then it's like to find out that she only had, what is it, like 3 months for like a therapist that they provided.
Which those for you listening, never take
a
you don't take an employee therapist
or a lawyer or certain things
or a doctor or
as soon as it can.
No, you can't do that.
If you go and you take that and they say, yo, the therapist just says, yeah, you're deemed unfit for this job.
But then
that's all it takes.
That's breach of confidentiality.
It finds a way to leak.
They don't.
They know the loop. They knew the.
Wow.
Allegedly, they know the loopholes.
They know how to like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
See, but then that would have been a conflict of interest. And
they're paid to make sure the
I'm
company's
explaining something to the
okay.
therapist, and the therapist is
supposed
mouthing
to be
off.
neutral, yeah.
Therapist snitching on the whole thing. Yo, I'm tired of my boss. My boss is dealing with me a certain way.
And then they're like, "Oh, your boss."
They go find out who the boss
just.
Then the boss is reading the recap. Or it's like, this person said the boss is a quote unquote waste man. What's a waste man? Google define waste man. You know, and that's the thing. They be snitching. The therapist is like, then now you can't even deny it because you had to speak to the therapist in detail.
The crazy with the phrase waste man, it's literally waste of a man. When you literally translate it, it sounds worse. If you say like, oh, that guy's a waste man. Oh, you're calling him a waste of a man. Like you're
even
like
if you say waste woman or waste person, the waste of
you're
a specimen,
a specimen,
a species. That person is trash as a boss.
Like
I believe I can be a better boss than that individual.
Because waste man has a flavor to it, like so it sounds different. But when you're like you're going to like Google Translate, what does waste man mean? It means waste of a man, and you're like, oh, he's saying. Or she's saying, I'm a man.
I'm a waste?
I'm a waste of it? Oh, let's see, who's the waste?
You're a waste of my time. You're fired. You're deemed unfit to work in this company due to the therapist that we hired to investigate you.
That's...
Wow.
And
that's a case.
Yeah, but the therapist could say, I am a licensed therapist.
They're supposed to play as a neutral party, though.
But if that was the case...
Or it's like
they're gonna be mutual to the money.
Yeah, it depends on the contract.
That's wild.
If they're on contract with the company, then their first contract is under the company's guise. So
right.
if anybody is recommended to them under the company, then it falls under their contract with the company.
Right.
Versus if you have a neutral third party external counselor,
which you always do.
Can't disclose the things that you've had to say because their contract. Their primary duty is not being
tied with
the company, whatever, because they're separate. They're under like the whatever disclosure agreements that doctors and counselors go under.
Yeah,
right.
Their stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that looks bad either which way. Because I mean, if they're offering a therapist and you refuse, well.
If you refuse...
Well, in her statement, she said that she was not ready to speak.
Right, yeah.
So refusing the assistance that they're providing, they could always turn around and say, well, we tried.
Yeah. And that's the double-edged sword. That's like,
so
it's terrible.
You have to come with an external. So you have to be like, I would rather not, whatever, but for my own well-being, I have pursued this needs a treatment.
Right.
So you have to, if they provide one solution, then you have to be like, instead of that, I have consulted with my medical team to discuss the best way for me to move forward and have decided on this path.
And yes, and let's say she chose another therapist path. Bell Media could probably allegedly be like, they could be like, well, due to the fact that we're paying for this and the money doesn't technically come back to us as a business due to our partnerships.
You have to.
Like,
which some people do. Some companies do that, especially based on the insurance. If it's not vetted through them, your people are not, it doesn't matter how many people you go through, it's not through our system.
And then that's the thing too, like, and that's the ties. It's mob ties. Everybody has to, it has to be recycled. That's the tie. No, but it's true. That is the mob tie if you really think about it.
The structure of it?
I was supposed to say that. Whoops.
The structure?
Right, just the structure, yes. Good word.
I was like, mob ties. I was like, wait.
The structure of the corporation.
Is that what happened downtown?
How their business
is how business is operated. Okay, how business is operated. But which is terrible because you have people that work hard, like Patricia and all the other people that left Bell Media due to everything.
All heap of reasons, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even that segment they had where they were bringing YouTubers on. What happened with that?
Oh, they used what they wanted to use.
I mean, if segments can come and
maybe
go,
who knows,
right? Like, they don't have to be a series that's continuously a continuous staple within their like broadcasting, but
some people be used at a certain time.
Yeah,
you know,
especially whatever is going on.
Let's get Patricia and whoever.
Yeah. Especially if she's the only one who has experience too.
Mm-hmm.
If all the years that they have, whoever, it's like, oh, let's get Josephine. And Josephine's just like really awkward. She doesn't understand the culture. She's not involved. She doesn't know how to interact with people. She just seems so like standoffish. You know, your ratings are now going down because
you need someone that can adapt. Yeah. Like, it's like, hey, Patricia, welcome to Carabana. What's a guan in there on the hot side of the carnival?
The hot side
and
of the carnival.
And she can get in her bag because she knows what she's talking about. Right. She knows the floats. She knows the artists.
Exactly. It's her culture.
The hot side of the carnival.
Yeah. Vibes, apparently, artists is like Vibes Cartelli?
Yeah.
Vibes.
And she's just like, it's great, Tim. Everything's great.
You turned Italian? Cartelli?
Taurus Riley. Taurus Riley.
All right, let's cover today's bands. So,
yes. Spice. Yeah, it's Spice.
Right? Yes.
The confusion just... Wait, it's Spice? That's it?
Spice. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's not like they can't perform and do their job. Like, what? They can do their job. They understand how to say entertainers and performers.
Vibes
like
Cartelli.
The name. Vibes Cartel.
Popcan.
And
Skill bang. Skill I bang.
Skilla bang.
Skilly bang. Oh, yes. Skilly bang. But yeah.
Pronunciation of
I like the Vibes Cartelli. I should use it as a username.
But yeah.
That's a flag.
Patricia, you know, we at the event stand with you, I guess. We hope, you know. We hope justice. I hope justice is served. We'll say that.
I want to know
to her and everybody. Like, I hope more details come and more things happen.
More, yeah.
The real question is like, for me, the real question is how do you advocate? Like, how do you stand on a side for things like this? Like, that's the question I would like to know, because it's like, oh, boycott CP24. I'm like,
it's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. I mean,
it's kind of hard. But at the same time, like, you know, it's not if you're, you know.
But what exactly are you boycotting?
What are you boycotting? Like, I'm not paying for cable, right?
So you kind of boycotting in a way,
right?
I mean, I'll bleep that, but
you know what I mean?
I mean, you're not paying into them or investing into them, which is just a sad reality from a business perspective.
Like, you're on the internet, right? Like,
it is what it is. Unless you guys are with the times and you're streaming now.
Yeah, you're streaming, like, and I don't need to stream like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're not a channel I'd watch.
I mean, I can Google weather and weather shows up.
That's crazy.
All days.
You got the legacy channels, you got the YouTube channels, you got the Twitch channels. It's just
We don't really
IG
need
channels.
you like. We don't really need you like that.
TikTok live. TikTok has a live. That threw me off. TikTok has a live. They're on YouTube.
All right.
They're on IG's ass, man.
But that's to tell you, how much of Canadian media do we actually invest in general as Canadians?
Yeah.
Not
We do
much.
Yeah.
Which is a problem.
Yeah. We need to fix that.
Yes,
No
we do.
Hollywood.
We need our own
No
media.
TMZ.
We need our own media take. Much Music was the closest thing to it.
Much Music was.
The closest thing to
Because
it to me.
think about it. They had tickets available. You got to see live viewings of artists. They would do live interviews.
Boom.
You would actually wait outside.
Electric Circus.
Right? The music, you have live performances there too.
Boom. That's
5 things right there.
The
on Much
concerts were
Music.
lit.
Concerts where you would buy concerts to actually see mini concerts there. Yo.
all that's
Shout
gone.
out Ed the Sock and all them people. But I heard Ed. Anyway.
Even Ed left. Yeah.
But at the same time, like I wonder
a lot.
how Ed the Sock would. I don't know if he would be
Appropriate for today's
appropriate for
day.
today.
Ed for today,
Ed the
yeah.
Sock was coming for people.
But
like,
I mean, Ed was like after hours. He wasn't for prime time.
I guess
That would be the same thing even
Man,
now.
Z, you know they still complain. You could be at 12 in the
they're
morning.
coming after people for things 14 years
14
ago.
years ago.
And that
10 years
person
ago.
was a 9-year-old
Listen.
adolescent that did not know any better.
I was here for the
They-
wet t-shirt contest.
They're coming for you at third. This guy's
There's a way to be edgy and funny.
yeah.
There is. It's
Yeah.
just the people who are getting roasted right now don't know how to do it.
Big on.
Right.
But everybody's sensitive now.
Everybody's always been sensitive.
Nah.
Yes. Think about it. The D&D Dungeons and Dragons devil worship craze, they're like, you can't play this game with children. Like,
Yeah.
That's them being sensitive about
Hey.
the games they're trying to play.
At the
Because
same
someone
time,
said-
everybody was sensitive at one point. I remember Harry Potter. I couldn't.
You
could not.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, demon!
Yo.
Demon in my house! Don't put no philosopher's stone in my house!
But that's cultural.
Philosopher chamber of what?
That is cultural.
Secrets!
So there's a new
Prisoners of Azkaban! No
That is
prisoners
cultural.
cannot be in my damn house!
You're coming from a
Goblet
whole
of fire.
Caribbean Christian
Hey.
perspective to North
Goblet
American
of fire! What Harry Potter in my house?
mysticism. Like,
But
What is this philosopher's
seriously,
stone doing in my house?
Harry Potter.
Yo. Goblin of fire?
Goblin of fire!
What?
The devil's come.
The pits of hell is
What?
not the half-blood prince. Get that demonic sinting out of my house.
Now, some kids went through
again-
it. back
But
in the day.
then-
some kids went through it.
But then,
they had to read it in class.
series of unfortunate events would pop off. It's like, well, that's all right. It's like,
It's because they're using big words.
yeah,
You can't even deny it. It's because they saw those words are
series
like
of
5
unfortunate,
syllables and they're
like, oh,
You know,
that's not too
they're
bad.
what do you mean? The series of unfortunate events is like no far from the Bible.
Exactly.
So that's the reason why it
that's
got
the thing.
accepted.
But that's the thing.
That's why it got accepted.
But at the same time,
Versus the witchcraft.
It's a
What do you
heinous.
see- what do you
It's
mean?
a terrible. It's not terrible book, but like it's a bad situational book.
But it's not far from the truth of the Bible. Half the shit that was happening in unfortunate series of events
What's tough?
was tough. But it's real things that could really happen.
Yeah, but
For Caribbean parents, for
That's where they're like,
But-
okay,
if
Yo.
you,
Versus
but the thing
you out
about
here
it,
casting spells.
you can't explain that to a Caribbean parent. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Who's the philosopher?
But it doesn't matter who the philosopher
The Chamber of
was.
Secrets, the prisoner. I don't want no kids reading about the prisoner of Azkaban.
I understand the context.
I mean,
of what
I grew up knowing that too, but
Like we,
context.
them teachers would be reading it in the classroom. We'd be like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
and trust me,
Yo.
even
But I never
today.
really liked it like that. You think I could have watched more? I watched all 4
Oh, trust me.
after high school. Like
Oh,
I
like-
did not
like-
watch it during the time. It was a lock off that. Yo, my mom would be like, "No, we're not watching them chess pieces." Always remember seeing the chess pieces in the movie. Mom said, "What is that, Harry Potter? Turn it off. Turn it off. We're not watching
shoot.
no."
But the joke
no,
was, how does she know?
no, because
I mean, so
she asked me. She asked me, and I had to be honest.
Yeah.
Can't say that it wasn't, especially when there were demonic chess pieces.
Oh, like
moving
just-
like dark castle. Just like, what? How do you explain that? That's not a cartoon.
But obviously, we already know why, though.
I guess.
Why are we acting like we don't know why? Anything that had any type of mysticism from a Christian perspective, especially a hardcore Christian perspective, was a no. Even in the Bible itself, if you're actually watching and reading that stuff, any type of mysticism, anything of witchcraft, anything of whatever, was not accepted.
We don't play none of that.
Yeah.
They play none of that.
So it's like you can't sit there and think that the belief is like...
one of my friends tried to tell me that Hogwarts was a real thing. And I looked at her, I'm like, oh, you possessed now. Oh, you possessed now.
Hogwarts was what do you mean a real thing?
Like witchcraft is like, because Harry Potter, she tried to tell me Harry Potter is real. And we used to go to church together. So that when she's like, I like Harry Potter, I believe it's a real thing. You know, I'm like, I didn't even know she was telling the truth. And I'm looking at her like, yo, you're possessed now. You're done.
No, but it's like, that's what the precedent. If you're like, if you read this stuff, it's reiterating that like this is demonic. And so if God is real and the devil is real, and you're telling me this is devilry, then it must be real.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, I used to go,
actually, I mean,
even like now trick or treat is coming up. The funny thing is, man, sometimes I wish like my parents, certain people in our life, like Christian people, were kind of misinformed. Just a little bit, just to get us, like just in a state, like, cause I remember the day like Halloween was just Halloween, and I remember when
it flipped.
We found out Halloween was like Satan's birthday. It probably always was.
It wasn't.
But for some reason that hit. That it was the devil's birthday on Halloween.
Yes.
When I say it was a pandemic that I wasn't getting like trick or treat cat, yo, listen.
I remember dressing up once, and that was the last time I dressed up. So back when I was grade 1, 6 years old, right? I think I did a one-time like dress up thing, and then the same thing happened.
Found out that it was the devil's birthday,
and they're like,
oh
nah.
no,
Like,
oh no.
But okay, again, goes back to that cultural thing. Where it's like the actual like celebration of Halloween is a South American thing.
No, that's Cinco de Mayo. There's two different forms. So Halloween, All Hallows Eve, is actually like a Celtic, Druidic practice.
Okay.
Celtics?
Celtic, I don't know. I've never known how to say it.
Isn't that a basketball team?
Not the Celtics.
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 Oh.
Cross, them Seamus.
I cannot.
Oh.
You know,
Boston's pretty racist, you know.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I just like.
And so it's like it was like demonified by the Catholic Church because they were like the Druids are working against this, but whatever.
Druids?
Like, Druids.
Oh, what that?
You don't remember those Druids?
Well, okay,
Undertaker, the Druids, the people in the mask, the hoodies. Oh.
Actually, Druids were usually
Wait.
So even with the story being told the way that it's told, the Catholics said, we ain't trying to be a part of this because this is demonic.
Mm-hmm.
The Christians said, yo, y'all are saying this is demonic, so why we're not jumping on this?
Yeah, so because they were following other gods, you know, the Tuatha Danann and their various gods and their various practices. You know, if they were just like, oh, the seasons are changing, we express love and joy, whatever. We scare away the bad spirits, you know, by dressing in the mask so that we don't get haunted by evil things. You know, the whole thing
okay, I heard that part, yeah.
To ward away evil spirits.
Ward away, yeah.
So to wear mask. So it's like zombies. So you wearing to drop the zombie blood to get by the zombies.
Exactly. So you wore the mask.
What a logic. What a logic. So you dress as the devil to repel the devil.
So
what is that's a deep
sounds like a wolf in sheep's clothing, but yes.
Be a devil in wolf sheep's clothing to ward off the devil?
Yeah.
So you're a demon.
Like, because the idea is that the spirit world gets closer at certain points. So it's like so that's why you're like putting out food for your family, you know, for ancestors that have passed because they're close enough to like take in some of the joy, the love, whatever, because they're close enough.
But they don't have intestines.
Because that's close enough, other things can slip through. So you put on a mask to scare them away. And so that they wouldn't come and harass your household.
But they would know I'm a human. They'll know it's a mask.
So either which way, this also opens the whole conversation that these demonic beings exist for you to be putting on masks.
Why do they come every year?
I feel like
it's like they're wearing masks and they're following other gods. Ain't no way.
But here's the problem.
If I'm in the washroom, are they watching me?
Caribbean people already said Sukia exists. Right?
Exactly. Listen to me.
Wobia
is
a thing.
Wait, Sukia? Isn't there an artist called Sukihana?
There is a Sukihana.
But hold on.
But yes, there is a Sukiya.
But but here's the thing though. Let's say if I was a demon or like
Hey yo.
I said what if?
No, but like let's say I was like
Hey,
some.
Let's
Let's say really, but like let's say I was a part of something.
Oh, okay.
And I interworld with the earthly world or the earthly realm or whatever, right?
Like a Lord of the Rings thing.
Lord of the Rings type thing, right?
Okay,
right.
okay.
And I find out that a person is not one of me because they're wearing a mask, and I find out you're wearing a mask. I'll be pissed. Oh, please, you blackface my demonism.
You black-faced my demonism.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
You kind of.
I hear you.
You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So it's like you're literally culture appropriating my
I hear you.
my satanic
I hear you.
being.
Yeah.
But considering you
That's mockery, man. That's a straight mockery.
What is going on?
No, but you see what I'm saying though?
No.
Like, I'm not that. I swear to you guys, I am not the demon. I'm not.
Imagine, it's like those things where you say their name 3 times, they appear for you. So in this case, you're trying to scare away the things that are like, oh, you don't look like me. You look like a meal, a real snack.
Yeah,
does that
make it? Yeah, how does that make any sense? Like, I'm trying to avoid the devil, so I'm just gonna become a devil.
No, so basically,
you're wearing a mask.
So if you're going out, you're wearing a mask. If you're in your house, there's other things you have in your house.
Okay.
It just don't add up. Like,
so it's just like the assumption is that these things are out and about at night at this time. So if you have to be out and about at this time, you're trying to, because there's not going to be a lot of other people out.
But why would you need it when you got holy water and the blood of Jesus?
Right?
I mean,
there's certain things I just, man.
So I just think it's real suspicious that you came into a region with like all your practices to keep your local demons at bay. Cut that shit.
Listen to me. When I found out, like, listen.
I think that's more suspicious.
This is why I don't play with like horror. I don't play with haunted houses. I don't play with certain things. Like when you hear situations where it's like the vampire, like vampires are scared of like garlic. And
we call them Sukiya.
Yes.
In the Caribbean, in some Caribbean places, we call a vampire Sukiya.
And it gone to the point that it's like
Sukiya.
Not
Sukiya. Stop it.
No.
Is it like yokai where it's just like Sukiya, all these demonic creatures? Yokai are a broad spectrum of supernatural beings.
Wait. Blend with me a second. Sukiya, and then you take the word suck. Vampires suck on the neck. To draw energy from you
and blood
to turn you to turn you into them
or feast off of you
right. So the Sukiya sucks on the neck to turn you into a sucker.
I see where you're going here.
Yes, or
feed off of you feed off you.
Yes,
but like what is it,
the lyrics
right, the vampire, right? This is the thing I think about. Like,
what do you think?
I remember those horrible flicks when it's like they eat garlic, all that stuff. It's like, okay, fine, cool, antibiotic, natural antibiotic, sure, whatever. But like the cross, they show the cross and but like you have to have faith in the cross
for it to work.
For it to work.
Yes.
So imagine that day you decide to put up a cross and the vampire is just like but
exposes that you
had no faith.
You had no faith, right?
But then add that this one of those creatures in Halloween.
Right.
It's been added in. It's one of those things you're trying to scare away.
Right, man.
So there's a reason why the Caribbean parents were like, you're not celebrating.
And then you have situations, and this is the thing. I believe in this demon because now you have situations where, I don't know if you guys heard about this, that happened this week. But Spice was talking about, she doesn't like, I know this is not suitable for young viewers. Okay, we'll put it there. This is rated R. Oh, wow. But Spice basically says she does not play with herself because when you play with yourself, you're playing with demons.
Yes.
Like incubus and some
succubus.
The sexual demons. That's why when you get back with a human, some people just can't perform because you've been getting it in with the devils, the demons, sexual demons.
But couldn't it just be the body being
Listen
oversensitive.
to me.
No,
Listen to me.
you know what? But I
For
understand.
me, I can totally understand.
I get
being a
it.
spiritual person.
I just use the body, and then
No, it's more like conditioning. It's conditioning.
Incubus and what's the
succubus?
Succubus is sucking around, doing all this nonsense, just turning people wild. That's why, guys, we need to do better.
That's funny.
Like, it makes sense if I fire off a shot and then perform, and then we get up into the segment we're going to get into the future of why sometimes you can't perform again.
Y'all be performing with succubus and incubus. How you go match supernatural?
Supernatural box,
spiritual energies,
supernatural box,
human being, and like guys.
That makes sense though.
It all makes sense now.
You get a supernatural box, and your mind's gone. You'll be walking around the streets. Just that could explain the people walking around the streets.
Facts.
Just.
I may be wrong.
Banging out incubus and hall and because they couldn't hold out. And they're
just in the streets, just looking for the incubus.
Yeah.
And the succubus.
Look at the succubus.
And that's it.
That's crazy.
Are y'all playing?
That's why they skin out.
Exactly, skin out.
I'm just confused because Spice makes music like that. That makes you want to skin out.
Hey, she's toning it down, eh?
Oh, she's gonna be like a lady saw now, who's a preacher.
Not that toned down, but she's toning it down. She's toned down.
She's toned
Shout out Spice, but I know it might sound crazy because I remember I said some people they just laughed, and I'm like, and they did the evil laugh, so I'm like, oh no. The incubus and succubus is like, don't listen to that nigga. He's just that's just mere human. This is mere human. Mere human. But
But no, man, when it comes to those things, there's a reason why certain cultures kind of like opposed it.
They get really like.
I mean, if you take in even when we are sitting here and we're saying, oh, the jokes, right? Some of those jokes have still truth in it.
Yeah, and people.
Content is important.
Content.
It's
really important. Yeah, it's really important.
You can't bring some things across to another place and expect it's going to be working the same.
Yeah.
Have they lied?
You're gonna go into.
I'm gonna say this.
Have they lied?
Let me tell you, that's what I'm saying. The devil is the best deceiver. If you really think about it, he's one of the greatest deceivers.
The greatest deceiver.
One of the greatest deceivers on earth. So maybe succubus and incubus.
Wait a second.
They're chilling. Don't even. Whatever they're called, wherever they're from, the seven deadly. I don't know. This is what happens when you're completely out of context. Crossing all worlds of spiritual warfare and stuff.
But I don't think that it's too far off though, because I mean, there's a few things that I think in every spiritual element they have an essence of each of these things. So I don't think that they are so far off. I think that maybe there may be like an umbrella for each of the areas or arenas that we want to say of like religion, for example. Mm-hmm. But in each religion has a level of playing field of their spirituality that still has a similar
some
factor.
Type of truth to it.
And that's what it is, right? Like we can't sit here and deny that. It's like, well, why does it exist? Why do we all agree that there's some type of soul-sucking, blood-sucking
a whole different thing to suck the soul out of
different creature. You know?
Hold on. I'm gonna read this expert. The word alcohol comes from the Arabic akul, which means body-eating spirit, and gives root origins to the English term ghoul.
I feel like there's something wrong with this.
So...
And that's Arabic.
Right? So they're basically saying every time you drink alcohol, people are not themselves because something else
is eating.
Demons. That's why Muslims are not supposed to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't say.
But then there's also the saying, if you're drunk, it's your sober thought, which I found interesting. Like
that's when the spirits start talking.
Like you're a drunk man.
The mere demons that you keep inside. thy loins and thy heart.
No, you're joking, but like, I guess
That's
They
10%
emit.
truth, yeah?
I guess when
They
you're
emit
sober
through the filter of the gates of the ghoul.
of the
Not the ghoul.
And emit
With the
through the
GH,
tongue.
with the
I
GH.
speak death or life through thy tongue.
Not that.
Sorry, House of Dragon. I'm sorry. But yeah,
Not sponsored.
it's tough. That's a tough situation. Y'all be safe out there with Halloween. I don't know. Anyway.
I mean, when you look at it for the commercial sense of it, it's all cool and dandy. Y'all are dressing up, going not door to door. So you're getting very like community oriented. You see who your neighbors are. You get some candy. The kids are happy. We're bonding. It's great.
Until someone puts a razor in an apple. That happened for a while.
Taking apples from anybody, first of all.
I mean, when you're coming from a very neighborhoodly.
And you should not be taking no type of produce.
Yeah.
But these people are sick. Some people are sick though.
No, some people
put
are
pins in the Snickers.
Pins in the Snickers, like.
So
check your candy. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you sick individuals?
That's the reason.
Someone says, I hate them kids. I'm going to throw pins in the Mars bars.
That's.
See, and that's when
You gotta be able to check
parts
food
of-
and see if it's tampered with.
And giving people.
That's what the sparks of
your
the.
condoms.
That's where the demonic king kicks in. Oh, see, I see where you're going. Trick or treat. It's not just trick or treating. It's trick or treat. So you have to take the good with the bad. Oh, I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there.
Wow.
I see what you're doing there. We're doing a whole bunch of expose out here with these demons. We're gonna do a whole bunch of expose. This is October. I tell you. But let's switch the topic. Let's switch to the next topic. So basically, 50 Cent has been in the news for the past 2 weeks.
Jeez.
And his
When
son.
is he not in the news, though?
his son.
Let's be honest.
I mean, it's usually for successful stuff, but
That
this
is a
one,
good question. When is he not?
it's usually for like good, successful things. But this one was just interesting.
I mean, someone might look at this and say this is successful too, but you know what?
Yeah, I guess. But
Depends on what seat you're in.
yeah, it's true.
Depends what seat you're in.
His son Marquise went on an IG live, talking with what's his name, Choke No Joke. It's a guy, I guess.
He's like I'll call him an independent journalist.
Right, and he was speaking on the fact that 50 Cent hasn't been doing him right when it comes to child support because he was getting $6,700 a month for child support, and he was upset about it, and he's like, my dad's a Forbes-lister, and basically saying that he couldn't survive on $6,700 a month.
No, that's wild.
That's right.
And he's mad. Like he was like,
There are families, full-on families who don't make that much.
listen to me.
They're-
Give me half. Hey, 50 Cent. Hi, 50 Cent. I go by the name of Jay Hunter. If I know your child support is kind of done and all that stuff, but like, yo,
How about adult support?
Help me!
help me. Like, 6,700. If you have 6,700 to just give away like that, I will kindly take it.
Now, okay, respect.
Right. I'm sorry.
That's a good.
What is the baseline for a lot of the children who are Forbes parents?
Oh,
Yeah, so if it's coming from like the context,
Hey, yo.
again,
Yeah.
it's like if my father is like his peers, and who these people can go off and walk runways and get jobs no problem because they just twiddle their fingers and talk to the right people, and they get sent to like private islands and take private jets everywhere, and they get invested in and get whole private businesses helped started for them. A $1 million loan, and I'll do the rest by myself. And then,
Well,
Here's a
he's
couple
making
thousand.
under 100,000.
here's a couple.
But this is the thing. I don't think Marquise realized.
it's not really for him.
Like, there's a show called Yellowstone. I forgot his name. He said something to this kid, and he's like, "Let me tell you something, boy. You don't deserve anything in this world. And the quicker you know that, the faster you grow in life. You are not entitled to your dad's success."
That is correct.
I mean, it's the same way how Shaquille O'Neal talks about his kids too. He does the exact same stuff. He's like, this is not your money. This is my money. You need to figure it out on your own.
Right.
But there is a limit. If you want to have kids, though, there's a baseline expectation. They didn't ask you to come into this world.
Yeah,
right.
But that's why he paid for support, not livelihood.
Not livelihood.
But you set him up that way.
No.
But if you didn't set him up that way,
He didn't.
50 Cent could just not been 50 Cent. And
50 Cent. Hold on. 50 Cent, based off the way Marquise talks, though, 50 Cent didn't set him up like this. 50 Cent's baby mom set him up that way.
But you set him up like that.
No.
This is
She was the parent.
Go back to,
it's different perspectives.
But they're both parents.
But yeah.
Right.
But even then, 50 Cent still laid with this person. He chose to have this relationship with this, or this relationship in the sense of the relationship dynamic that they have with this person. Whether, she walked away, she's like, he didn't want to actually have the child. This is what it is now. You're committed for life. Woo. Okay. But if you see how she is, and you're like, there's some form of dependency that she has, why do you feel like your son's going to be short of having some level of dependency? Especially if that's the primary parent.
That is the unfortunate aspect of it, yes. I totally agree with all of that. But at the same time, you're a grown-ass man, bro.
But what are you expecting?
Come on, bro.
There is a limit, though.
What are you expecting?
There's a limit to this.
How?
It's like...
If they're sitting in a house that's like $1 million home, right? And again, who are his peers?
Who is his mother trying to put him up to and like?
But that's the thing.
That's a good question, actually.
Right?
Which is fine. But at the same time,
what?
You are not entitled to that.
Entitled to what?
To whatever peer you believe, because your dad is a Forbes-lister, you're entitled to a Forbes lifestyle.
I mean, think about it. Imagine like someone has a kid and then they're like they could pay for their kid's schooling, but instead they're like, you have to like work and pay for your own schooling, even though I make like $3 million every year and I can afford it myself.
But that's the thing. I don't think that's necessarily was the case. I don't think that's what necessarily was the case.
I'm not saying no, but there's like, it's about the gray area of how much should be expected of a parent in giving and caring for their child. Yeah,
and the thing about it, they went to the court for that and they got $6,700.
Yo, that's actually
because
wild.
Before,
know what this judge
they were getting 25 before this. 25,000 a month.
But was it 25 him solely getting it, or was it
child support was 25,000 a month
together? Yeah.
Or was it together?
It sounds like the whole.
That sounds like it was together.
A month.
Right. So then he would have been getting 12,500. Hopefully.
Whatever.
Hopefully. That the mother was actually distributing that funds and giving him the money.
Which doesn't sound like, because she went
to court. Doesn't sound like it.
Isn't for like just giving your child money. It's about like covering their costs, whatever.
Right.
Like so it's just like, so she should be paying for his food, paying for his housing, paying for his clothing. That's where most of the money is like going. And anything's left over, if she's smart about it, half of it's going into a fund or a trust for this child, and the other half of the remainder is going for fun things for this child to improve this child's quality of life.
But what happened though?
But that's,
she went to the court and asked for more.
And ended up getting
and
less.
Then got less.
Way less.
So you know what that shows for me? Me personally, I don't know if 50 Cent literally went to court for the child support for the 25. It sounded like he was just dropping 25,000.
Just like bam,
just holeless. Yeah, because you always hear that type before people go to court. They try to pay off a certain amount.
300,000 a year, man.
So 25. No, and she said, "I deserve more." 25. And then they say, "Oh, let's check the receipts. Let's check," and then boom, 6,700.
Exactly, because he might have been paying like for her cost of living.
Or cost of living,
exactly. It's just like her actual child support is not going to be that high. So it's just like that.
It's child support, not livelihood.
Up with the Joneses. She's keeping up with somebody,
and it's looking bad.
Allegedly, I say allegedly.
Or is that just her just wanting to think that that's what her value is in life? That's a real question.
Again, the gray area
could be
of all these things.
Delusion.
This is entitlement.
It's
a sense of entitlement. It's a sense of entitlement,
he
though.
He thought she was worth it in the first place. Enough to be out here having children now.
I don't know. Maybe the blow up changed everything.
For who? Clearly.
So, there's different details in the book, like that he speaks about it, like where.
I'm saying it from
in his book.
Yeah.
I'm saying it from he wanted to. Remember, before he was signed to Interscope, he was supposed to be signed to Columbia, where Nas was. So he had a trajectory of being like a very successful musician, right? Mm-hmm. So I think when the blow up happened, all of a sudden things can change drastically. Mm-hmm. So she's probably like, oh, well, since you're making this now,
I want more.
I want more, right?
But you know what this also sounds like? As I was saying earlier about relationship dynamics, this also sounds like she was at the bid and mercy of him. He made the money. She was a subservient person and got whatever it is.
That she had to like follow whatever.
She was codependent to him.
Mm-hmm.
And so she might have gone to court to be able to have like a guaranteed amount further. Because if it's not legally binding, if it's not whatever, then he
could choose to pick up and go.
No problem. Nothing's holding him. So we don't know what the context was that pushed her to pursue that.
To get more.
Yeah.
And have it denied. And be like, nah, you get less now.
Was that actually the court case? Like, that she was pursuing more and it was denied?
I think from his version.
Right? Yeah, no, well, yeah. She wanted more. And even the mother said that. Even
her mother.
Oh, well, the baby mom said that.
She just
because
said,
it's funny because the guy went on live and said, your mother said this. And then the son was I shouldn't have put you on the live, man. Like, because he didn't bring that part up. He just brought up the part that, 67 is not enough.
Right.
But he didn't bring up the fact that he was getting 25.
But Choke brought that up, like, hey, your mom.
Or I don't know if it was Choke the second time, but someone else brought up and he was just like, I shouldn't have brought you on the live, man. Because now, because you didn't address everything. You didn't bring the whole story.
He didn't bring the whole story.
But
got exposed.
You know,
pants to the ankles.
We don't have any kids.
Shrinkage.
Yet. We don't have any kids yet. So, I don't know how it is for some people.
What you laugh?
But the way I see it is
does someone have a secret child that should know about?
Let's not get into that. We don't know. But anyways. But
don't look at me.
We don't have any kids yet.
For those listening, we don't have secret children.
No, we don't have any kids. We don't have. Why are you laughing so hard? Why are you laughing like that? But anyway,
because it has to be said though. That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey yo, that's.
But yeah,
I read a story about that today.
That's what a secret child is.
Just the moral of the story is, I'll say this. Just think about
pick your partners right.
Pick your partners right, I guess.
What if they change?
Pick your partners and people change and play your cards right. It's hard.
But you can kind of see things before they even happen.
Not
it's
necessarily.
Just that you kind of like ignore it.
I'm in the middle of that. Like I don't know. I can't really.
Not necessarily.
I don't know, man.
You can't see the traces of red flags that people dismiss.
It depends.
It depends. No, it depends.
Some people know how to play.
People
very
tell
well.
you. When they're like, like one prime example, one guy that I knew, he was like, if I got $1 million, he's like, I'm out of here. You don't believe him? You don't believe him.
What do you?
You don't believe that this man, once he gets the money, he's not going to be out? Mm-hmm. I had another guy. He said, if he got money, he's like, I get a whole bunch of beep, beep, beep. And then I'll have them come to my house and crib and whatever case, we'll be smashing all night. And I'm like.
And have his things robbed. I mean, he shouldn't do that.
That may be the circumstances of that. But if he got the money, you don't believe he's going to do that? You're going to sit here and say you would be like, no, it's nothing. That person wouldn't even do that.
Yeah, it depends on the context of the person, too.
I
think people call themselves out.
Some people are really good liars.
Could think about it.
Some people that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's why people can get like.
Yeah, there's probably some clues, but some people, some people some people know how to pretend.
Nah, bro, I can see.
Wait, there's two forks in this.
There's some people that can pretend to the way. Like, I've heard situations where women and men pretend like, yo, this is how it's gonna be. They get married shop lock. This can't do
but
nothing.
I swear the signs would have been shown.
They got their kids. They can't do nothing anymore. You can't, like, they got what they wanted. I don't need to impress you anymore.
Shown. Again, I feel like that would have been shown.
Because a lot of these people played it psychology. Again, even whether consciously or not, it's like that's why there's whole terms, love bombing, all this stuff that we now.
I've been hearing that lately. Love bombing.
Negative things that you should watch out for in relationships. But if someone's already coming from a household where, you know, your parent would like be awful to you and then get you a gift, then be awful to you and get you a gift. That's your first idea of what love looks like. That's normal love. So you go into this world,
I understand
that's kind of vulnerable person, and a person who does that is gonna feel familiar. That's telling you what they're showing you again what love is, but they might be doing all the extra good. They're not being mean. They're not whatever. They're just doing the positive sides of it. And because you've already been conditioned from your whole childhood, you're not gonna see these things as a problem, and then they lock you in, and then the bad parts happen again.
Oof.
I'll say no. There's a clear fork because when 50 got money, I don't know if he changed, but clearly when the baby mom at the time had access to money, she clearly went, nah, I'm gonna live like this now. Nah,
yeah, good. You know, I don't have to work if you have the money.
Like you're saying, it's.
I've heard.
But I believe she probably said that from time. That's what I'm saying. There must have been a conversation had where she had made or mentioned when she's like, oh, when you pop off, baby, don't worry. And if he turned around, he's like, I'm gonna take care of you.
When I tell you,
and she's like, oh,
I've seen
you never have to work another day in your life.
Listen, I've seen situations where I hear this couple or people say, oh yeah, you get yours, I get mine and whatever. And then when certain things start coming on one side, they'll be like, oh, I don't need to do this anymore. I've heard it and I've seen it.
Yeah, you get yours, you get mine. But what was
rich on switch.
But what was the after conversation though?
That should be a t-shirt.
What was the after conversation? What was the after conversation? You have yours, you have mine. But then there's always a but. We're forgetting that part. No, there wasn't no but. It was like, we're going to work together. I'm going to bring my 100, you bring your 100. And then when you bring your 100 and they have 50 or whatever, they're like, okay, let's put this together. No, that's an improper fraction. It's supposed to be 100. We're going to put both ourselves into this. You know what I mean? But doesn't that say it? That screams it, no?
But a lot of people also don't know how to have conversations around relationships, especially around sex.
Yeah.
That says it right there.
A lot of people just start dating people and they just be dating for dating's sake.
Like, but that's a real thing though. Like, that is a real thing.
Yeah.
I think the signs would have been seen and he would have noticed this, even based on some of the things that maybe he could have said to pose that.
Too mundane.
It's like
not have been like a trait thing where she was just like, I don't want to do these things anymore. I want to live this kind of life. And it's just like, if he at any point agreed to that and then he like turned around and was like, actually, I don't want to do this anymore.
Because remember, 50 is a businessman. We can't sit here and act like he isn't.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, 50 Cent was trolling it.
Yes, he did a whole video. He did a couple
videos. He did Power you remember when he killed his son in Power?
That was a weird scene.
So no,
that was a weird scene.
Something like that. Don't you think that's a little problematic?
Yes.
It is.
But here's the thing.
And don't you think that's a little bit of a jab now?
Yes.
Because it's turning around to really say you probably could have paid more. But now you're like, yo, my son's out here crying about how I never gave him more child support.
But now his son's saying, his son also said, I'll pay the $6,700 just to talk to my dad.
That's another thing.
And so that's the sad part. It's a sad part.
To not be in the life of his own child. So like, the only thing the child can get from him is money.
But here's the sad part. Like, and this is the sad part about these things too.
Man's making a whole mockery to his trauma.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
He caused the trauma, and then he's making fun of it.
But that's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
What's this?
No. This is something like when I hear situations and this stuff happen, I think we are looking for like outstanding people from like people that are not like they don't live that life.
What do you mean?
Who said anything about outstanding?
Like he's like he has to do stuff for his son. No, he does not.
Okay, but you can't be upset if the child turns around and is like, you're a piece of shit.
But he's fine. But that's the thing. It's 50. He's fine with that.
But then that's a problem.
But it's not his problem. It's not his problem. It's not his problem.
To not be a dick.
But it's not his problem. Like, it's one of those things that's like,
it's not his
problem. If this person was always this,
so wait,
we can't be like, oh, he's.
And this is why people have been digging shit up from since 2014, 14 years ago, because they're trying to see if a continuity of behavior.
Right.
That's why it's necessary.
I was gonna say the standard of his behavior.
Right.
So it's like if he's settled and he's okay with the fact that he just needs to drop some bands over a kid. and that's satisfactory.
Well, technically, he doesn't have to anymore because he's 25 years old.
Anymore. But the fact that over the span of this child's life, he's satisfied with the fact that, okay, one, he gave a certain amount of money and it drops. He's like, even better. I'm going to just keep dropping these bands. And then that's enough for me to be considered a dad.
But I truly believe, as much as we could say like, oh, he's probably was a dick or whatever, I believe he actually tried. He really tried. In the book, he talked about trying to talk to his son. He gave him opportunities. Like, he talked about the things he's done.
Right.
For the mom and the son. Business perspective. Try to talk, to communicate, and everything. And he didn't want to hear it.
But
it's like entitlement.
With children, it's about, like, you're the parent. You're the adult. You have every opportunity to be an influence in this child's life.
Of course, but there's only so much if the mother says otherwise.
Okay, but then that means you have to be more involved. You have to be balancing this
You
child.
can try.
But what is being said, though? In order for you,
I don't know what's being said.
No. But I'm saying that in the sense that in order for you to combat what is being said against you, what is being said?
And that's
because if you don't know,
it's reflected in your actions.
Then
a lot of time,
child telling you, because children usually tell you.
But here's the thing: a lot of times, like when it comes to like separation between the mother and the father and whoever has a child, true or not true. If the mother or the father that holds the child says something about the mother that may be true, like, or the partner, okay, let's say,
well, if it's true, it's true.
For the mother, if the mother says the dad was a waste man, the child is just gonna hear that until like if it's invested, like if it's poured in that this is what it is, it may be true, it may be not.
If it's
but
not
it also
true, then the child will see actions that contradict the thing being said.
Maybe.
If it is true, then the parent is simply saying things that the child is still observing.
Maybe if they say, maybe, but sometimes they don't. Because everything is like sealed in a way that you don't get to see your dad.
So this is where I was going to say.
You're not going to know if your dad's paying child support. You're not going to know certain things.
This is the part where it's like it depends on the child's ability to actually think objectively versus subjectively. If they are able to say, okay, my mom says my dad's a waste person, but when I interact with my dad, I don't see the wasteness.
But that's hard.
Versus a kid who's just like, well, my mom said, so I guess it's true. Like
there may be a time. There may be a time where the kid might have a mind of its own.
Yeah.
But like in that foundational aspect, like. Who knows what the child's being filled and then just being like...
It doesn't happen that quickly.
But even then so...
against the parent takes time. Dedicated time.
But if they make that investment, it will work.
Like mind you, everybody has a narrative. I get you. Yeah. Right? As we say, his story, her story, and then there's the truth. We get it. But at the end of the day, even if the narrative, does the narrative actually fit? If every time he was going and say, okay, 67,000, he got dropped, right? The mother turns around and be like, oh, I went to court with your dad and we ended up settling with less money. So you're going to get less money because your dad was okay with that. He didn't object. He didn't say to the courts, you know what, Your Honor? No, let's keep it to the 25. This is what we both now are signing off to agree on. Where was the change on that? So there was nothing there. Not that she came back home and said, oh, well, we went to the court, didn't get whatever, but it stayed at where it was. No, it got lower. So what are we going to turn around and say? That is what she can't say anything to say he fought to have it where it was. He didn't do that. So what narrative can we say then? He was satisfied with the fact that it was lowered.
That your care was worth less.
But the thing about
that's the narrative.
Hold on. She was getting paid $25 a month.
Right.
She wanted it higher.
Right.
Okay.
She didn't tell the son that.
Okay, but if she wanted it higher, whatever the reasons, she could still run off the narrative. I asked for more from your dad for your investment and betterment.
And he fought back
he fought back, and it ended up being that it's settled, and he settled
but at
for
the same
less.
Time, it's not for him to fight back. It's the court system that says what is substantial.
But he could turn around and say to the court, I agree. He could change it.
Paying, he can be like, I think my child deserves this much money for their care.
Even he can rule.
Make sure this is enforced.
Whatever thing. He could override their ruling.
which it was though.
No, he can override the court's ruling.
No, but the court will no. When it comes to child support, the court will do what's just for the child. They will do what's just for the child.
Yes,
the court.
But he can still override.
Of course, but if the court,
the court will say, this is how much we want to say that you guys can settle with.
Right.
He can turn around as the person who's being the charges against. He can say, you know what? I thank you for what you said. I am okay with committing to $10,000.
Maybe.
He can choose that.
He could, but
he chose not to.
He
can turn around and tell this child, your dad said you're actually not worth $25,000 in care.
No, you can't say that because
no, she can.
How?
She could say that.
She could. Oh, okay, yeah, she could say that.
You're
but
getting way too.
Okay.
And then on top of it, now the reality of it is, because when you sign it off now, did he or did he not sign it?
Well, I don't know.
I'm just saying,
probably,
in this little scenario,
mm-hmm.
for him, if she turned around and said, oh, I can't believe your dad actually signed to get a lower child support. Your dad is this, that, and the third. She wants to call him names or whatever, right? Says he's a waste man. Then he's like, okay, cool. So now he's going to feel the actions of a lower or reduced child support. He is going to feel it.
Right.
And then on top of it, being that this is the next course of his life after that change, when he goes to being old enough to say, okay, so really, did you sign on the dotted line to say that this is what it was and you agreed to this?
And you were okay with that? And
you were paying more. And you were okay with paying less.
What if he did the petty move?
But here's the thing.
Wait, what if he did the petty move and was like, you're just trying to ask for more? You know what?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what?
But that's where the narrative looks bad on him.
Because then it's like either
see what I'm saying?
Either he valued revenge.
May or may not be wrong, but
you can turn around and say she was greedy, this and that. Either or, the narrative does not sit in his favor.
Because he could have stayed paying the same amount.
So is he wrong for because now the whole take now is he wrong for going to court, or like because it baffles me that 25,000 is not enough and you're going for more.
Because it baffles me.
And then you go to court. The court is obviously like, the court's gonna be like, are you kidding me?
No. Mind you, people's whole dogs are getting more. Okay.
What?
Dogs.
Yeah, there's dogs.
There's dogs who are getting way more than 25,000 a month.
No, 67,000.
No, like
no,
actual
who are
dogs.
getting more than $25,000 a month.
Who got a dog together, then they parted ways, and they're paying support
for a dog. 25,000.
Hey yo.
Yes.
But ironically, disabled people who are who can't get nothing for.
Yes.
That's just an imbalancement of the courts and justice. I don't know. But anyway, at the end of the day,
this is why you don't look at court as a moral.
Yeah, exactly.
They always go with they always go with the money.
They always go with the money. It's not a moral thing.
Laws are not moral.
All right.
They can be influenced by morals, but does not mean that the law itself is moral.
I was gonna say, California now is moving in a way where like, whoever makes the most as a spouse, there's a high chance you're gonna lose in court.
Oh,
it used to be men, because men they would put laws in place that prevent women from working, and obviously you prevent the women from working, that means you make more.
Yes.
And then because things are balancing to the middle now.
Yes.
Now the courts is like,
we can make more money this way.
We can make more money.
Let's make a campaign.
So basically, if you two are going to divorce court,
that's equality.
Yeah.
You're like, you're a high priced lawyer, you are actor, right? And they go, okay, what's your net worth? It's like, your net worth 1.5. Oh, $3 million? Okay. What's this? And then you tell your story. You tell your story.
Also, quality of life has to factor into it, because you have to be careful. Because especially with like when it comes to loss of money, a lot of people have prenups, and so prenups are automatic.
Which is
so there's the governmental prenup that's automatic. So when you get a divorce, you didn't sign your own, then that's what you get in divorce court, where it's just like that's the one where it's just like if there's something that was done in the marriage, that was afforded by pursuits done in the marriage, that is up to splitting and debate in the courts.
Right, yeah.
Personal things that have been brought into the marriage that were not put into the marriage can generally get away with not being taken unless there's some like extenuating thing where it's just like, who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
But then, with the like for California, yeah, they're just like Halle Berry lost because she earned more, so she has to pay the ex-husband money.
Same like Adele.
Yeah, same like Adele. Yeah, Adele lost and she had to pay the husband.
I always remember the day that I decided to say, hey, yeah, if I'm getting married, I want a prenup. And I said that the one time with so much confidence until I realized I was dealing with a successful black woman.
And then the man
said? She put me in my place. She put me in my place. I was like, she's like.
She said, I'm going to issue this prenup, thank you.
No, it's not even that. She went like, because I was talking about, like, we were just simple conversation.
Right.
And it's just like, you talk about, I'm like, yeah, she gonna leave. Like, nigga, I ain't prenup. These women try to leave with half. This girl said, really? Nigga. Like, she was very professional. Okay, she was being professional because she spoke with me professional. But in my heart and soul, it was like, nigga, who the fuck are you talking about taking half, nigga? First off, I have property. You ain't getting my shit.
That's
like I said, I'm the high commodity here. I'm the commodity.
Hard.
It was one of those things that, like,
I gotta bleep that out.
She's like, I got assets. I got this. I got the. And I remember just sitting there like, ooh. Like, it was like a punch in the stomach and you never ate anything. So it's just,
those ones are the. It's just vile. Yeah, it's just.
It's just vile. It's like, no prenup. Like, I was just like, yo, after that, I said, nigga, I guess we just don't have prenup. I just like, because just the whole concept of prenup, it's like if I have to worry about a prenup, some people believe like if I have to worry about a prenup, I don't have to get married. Stuff like that, certain things. So it's like
it can be.
I just remember just being all bossy, and then finding out about myself.
Sometimes they can toss that out. They can be like,
so they toss that out easy, and they're like, what?
They're like prenup.
Prenup.
Mutual agreements though don't always have to be like.
Well, you could change them.
Yeah, and necessarily divorce related. They could be like will related, where it's just like, oh, like before we get married, we're agreeing that this stuff is going to be exempt from whatever thing for whatever reason. So it's just like, all right, I'm coming into this with this thing. This is mine separately. When I die, it will go to my cousin's sister's child. It is exempt from whatever because I inherited from my grandma and I'm the executor of this thing.
Yeah.
So it could just be you're handling family money.
You have to
so
think.
You're keeping
That's
it separate
how.
For a separate thing, and so you're like, I can't touch this. I want this
over here.
That's how old money stays in the family
of the marriage.
Right.
And that's
you just said that I actually have to do that.
That's the whole thing when it comes to laws and stuff and all that other stuff. But speaking of,
you can take my stuff.
Speaking of laws and things that are changed and stuff.
You crazy? You're taking my stuff.
Jamaica.
Must be mine. No one's gonna have the house. How about that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Wow, sound triggered. That sound well triggered right there. Wow, well triggered.
Take from me.
Anyway,
wow.
Okay. Speaking of laws and what's legal and not legal, Jamaica just banned music about drugs and crime on the radio.
But what are they going to play?
According to musicians in Jamaica are outraged after the country's broadcasting regulator announced a new ban on content that glorifies drugs and crime. The Jamaican Broadcasting Commission said in a statement released Tuesday that the ban reinforces the commitment to keep the airways free of harmful content, given the important role traditional media still plays as agents of socialization. Jamaica regularly ranks as one of the deadliest countries per capita in America.
Whoa.
In the Americas and is rife with gun and virus. The use of public airwaves to broadcast songs that promote glorify illegal activity could give the wrong impression that criminality is an accepted feature of the Jamaican culture and society, the statement said. It could also unwittingly lend support for moral disengagement and further normalize criminality among vulnerable and impressionable youth and the young adult demographic. The ban does not, which does not apply to digital content platforms, prompt instant backlash from many of Jamaica's most prominent musicians.
Oh.
I guess it depends with that.
I mean, isn't music supposed to be a reflection of what's happening?
Again,
Art imitates life.
Exactly.
Life imitates art.
You talk about bad man, you'll be created bad man. I guess.
That's what
No, a bad man does a bad thing.
Yeah.
Sings about it.
And then create more bad man.
And they'll create more.
Yo.
But the real source is not the music; it's the lack of investment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, that is the real issue.
That's real-
Because Jamaica is corrupt, fam. The corruption that the government have. You go think it's just
That's where it's
music,
from.
but I'm not gonna lie.
From the music.
I'm not gonna lie. Like
It's a scapegoat. Like
it is a scapegoat, but at the same
It's like
time,
video games cause violence.
it's weird because it's like I wonder if they do that for like hip hop.
no,
They
are.
do that
They
with
are.
hip hop. They're doing that in the
And they-
States. They're
they've
doing
been
that
trying
with
to do
New
that.
York.
They're like, yo, if you're talking about drill stuff on your song,
Well, I mean,
we are banning it.
Well, drill is different. Drill is
How is drill different? Drill is still a part of
Drill
hip-hop.
is literally talking about a dead man. We smoking on this pack. He died on the side of the street.
But-
It's like, whoa.
That is still
But- and
a
it's-
part of
It's
hip
not allowed on
hop.
the radio.
And they would at one point, yeah.
At one point.
But they want to use those lyrics to be like, hey, if you commit a crime between what you're saying,
Oh, that didn't get.
you're going to jail.
That didn't get by.
It got-
didn't pass.
It didn't
No, it
pass.
didn't pass. But like, but this is the thing.
But then you're stupid to say that.
But for Jamaica,
music. Room temperature IQ.
For Jamaica,
TikTok's fault.
It is.
yeah,
Nah, TikTok was created for
Jamaica is like
built different.
built different. Jamaica's are built different. Like just the term bad man, and that's how music, like the multiple analogies for one gun is
It's
exponentially crazy.
literal craziness.
Like they'll say the gun long like this, it shoots this, it'll open up face like hardcover books, and then you're just like,
So
whoa, it's quite poetic.
It's quite poetic.
Like-
I mean, their grasp of like
The grasp-
examples and like imagery. That is poetry.
It is poetry, bro.
It is art.
Some,
I'm
But
not-
also, like, you have to understand.
some violent
In the
portion.
Gunman Shift song, the man said intellectual murder people expedition. What?
What?
What type of bad man says intellectual?
Stop
The
this.
smart one, obviously.
The smart one that actually graduated from high school. Okay?
Not from high school.
Okay?
We have to wear a uniform. And if you're late, you get. They don't hit anymore.
No,
Back home,
not
they
that
used
I
to.
know.
Back in my
I think
parents' time.
Barbados was the
The
last
man
place
said,
that
long
actually-
time we no kill a man,
that's
so we
doing
circle
that.
the ends
Corporal
like a
punishment?
leather man.
Yeah. But think about
Okay?
that. These are all, like, think about it. The societies that have had the most corporal punishment accepted tend to have this violence. Because if it's like, it's okay for institutions and powers to abuse you or to exact their pound of flesh from you when you don't behave.
That is a phrase.
And now-
Pound of flesh.
And now you're gonna take that, you're drilling this into children, and then you're taking them, you're like, go and be in society, where you have this mentality of, if you have authority, you can take your pound of flesh. Now have your whole government run on that.
So don't do anything stupid now.
But this is my thing.
If you spit,
I don't think. But
if you
here's the thing.
spit in Thailand
You
and
get
they catch
lashes.
you, they hit you with the bamboo.
You get
Pants to the
lashes.
ankles.
Yes.
Listen, that's hot.
That's hot.
Lashes.
Bamboo hit.
Listen to me, but I just don't understand. Like, cause now, like, all the marijuana songs. Like, I don't know if marijuana is legal or illegal.
In Jamaica?
I think it's legal.
It's
It
legal
should-
in Jamaica.
I think it's legal, but
It
it's
is legal. You can't have a certain amount though.
right.
We can't.
That's it.
Okay.
So now, like,
Oh.
like, what other crimes are like? Is an affair considered a crime?
Is it a fair? Yes.
All them cheating songs are out the window. Out the window now.
I'm gonna bring a producer and I
It
just
depends
cheat.
on how they base their laws. If all their laws are based on Christian morality, which they probably are because it's a criminal country,
Yeah.
Then,
there's the church in Jamaica. Churches out there like Tim
which
Hortons.
is why they'll be like
Churches out there like Tim Hortons.
sex
Like-
before marriage,
like-
non-marital sex, and you're saying about that crime.
I don't know if they're gonna be that rash because Jamaicans, their dancehall songs about sex alone is
No, but it's like they talk about the moral aspects.
legs
of
in
these
the ear
things.
like chandelier.
Intense.
There's a song called "She Not Wearing No Underwear," and broke it into parts. Acapella, alto, tenor, and soprano singing "She Not Wearing No Underwear."
You know, wearing underwear.
Seriously.
Said she wanted
And the same man made a song talking about, hey, he loves food and you don't like him.
Yeah,
You
man.
can be together.
Yep.
Just poison his food.
Yep.
That is a crime.
Yep.
That's premeditated murder.
That's 2 crimes.
Yep.
And that can't be played.
Yep.
I know.
Again, the music is highlighting the underbelly of the
society, yeah.
Right.
And they don't want that image projected out there. That's really what it's saying.
But
That
that's just Jamaica. I know
So if
they
really
could do.
wants
They're
to
not
change
played in the
music,
radio.
That is not Jamaica.
Listen
That
to-
is
it's
not
Jamaica. But
Let's
there's a
not
lot of
do that. It's
Well,
not
listen to me.
Underbelly.
Jamaica.
There's crime.
I went to Jamaica
Jamaica.
and the resort was great.
You were
okay?
in the resort. You were in the resort.
Jamaica was great.
That's
You
okay?
were in the
Martha's
resort.
Vineyard,
Right.
being surprised that the airport only has a-
Everybody was an entrepreneur when I
They
was
were
there.
They were surprised?
Yes, you were in
The hustle.
Martha's Vineyard is primarily, it's essentially a reservation
Mhm.
with some wealthy people on the side of it.
Yeah.
Right,
And
right.
so then you fly in, and they're like, what kind of airport is this? This hinky-dinky little piece of thing with a porta potty for a toilet.
Mhm.
Because all they know about is the wealthy Martha's Vineyard,
Mhm.
ignoring the actual people who live there, like
Mhm.
any other tourist country.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You went into a resort. You were good, but they always told you,
hey. I went on the bus and we drove around and
The
we
good
saw
bus.
town.
the safety bus.
We saw
safe
town.
bus.
You were a Chinese tourist.
Okay.
Yo,
You're safe. You were on the safe bus.
And I saw people and I saw all the businesses that were stacked up along the road
Okay.
and market.
Okay.
All right.
So you were there in the day.
Yes, I was.
Exactly.
oh, okay.
Not
Well,
the
damn.
underbelly.
Not
the
the
underbelly.
not the underbelly. Not the belly. Don't bring resort talk.
If all of your music
But it's
is
not-
talking about the underbelly.
You were at the parts where they played "One Love," "Let's Get Together and Feel Alright." You weren't at the part when they were singing, they were
whoa.
busting.
Oh,
Me press trigger, me not press people button.
Whoa.
You weren't in those.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wait, you didn't go to the area where like you're driving?
Whoa.
And
you
then
heard
also-
Bob Marley most of the time, right?
No.
Yo,
No, I didn't.
wait, did you drive into the area where like you stop and two guys just walk out? They take a tree stump and block it in the road and they say pay the toll. And then you
did right there. That's some ears. That's some ears.
and you have to pay the toll.
At nighttime.
And then they pick up the tree and they just walk. They
Not
just go back
picking
in.
up the tree.
They
Yeah.
go
Oh,
back in.
they block the road with the trunk. They block the trunk.
Please sit in front of
You never watch Gangland Jamaica?
No.
Exactly.
There's a gangland Jamaica?
Gang Nation Jamaica when the British UK man went over there, and then the tree trunk, and the man said that person is beefing with that parish down the street. He said one time they take one of my brethren and cut his whole head off, and you're like, hold on, wait a minute.
You know what this sounds like? In the arms of...
No, don't do that.
Oh.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh.
That's a Mother Teresa kind of situation. They're
Like-
saying they're doing good, but then,
Yo.
But I'm gonna say this.
What?
There's way too much gun tone.
With the actual violence that's happening,
There
not the
is.
fraudery. I'm not talking about the fraudery of what that was a part of. I'm talking about the actual violence that's happening and the need to actually reform a lot of what's happening there.
Yeah.
That needs to
it's a-
happen.
It's a
Part
lot,
it,
of
though, is
course,
that
but
the government's
government's
allows that
corrupted.
level of corruption,
The government
and
is
then-
corrupted from
so
time.
it's just like if you can pay whatever, you can get above the law and do whatever the hell you want.
And the thing about up there too is you gotta remember Jamaica was different still.
That's what I'm
like
saying. That
the
was not
parties
Jamaica.
were passing out. That's like liberals passing out guns to your brethren, liberites, and being like, "Yo, let's shoot some conservatives if they come over here."
That's yo.
That's actually the inverse. I found in my experience.
You know what I mean?
That's-
These things were happening.
Strapped up, ready to go pop off at people.
But there was political war. So it's one of those things that, like, I mean, they can pretend like certain things ain't happening, but like, yo,
They can
Legit in unrest.
Yeah, you can play, but hey, there is power in music. There is power in music. You know, if you play positive music and probably will influence people, but they banned it on radio. No one's listening to radio.
Right.
Spotify, YouTube still going in. These people are still gonna make their money anywhere else.
They're still right.
The only time I think, like, the only band that I think about that was like a real band, because like literally if you played this type of music or did this type of music, you're not even leaving Jamaica.
You're not even leaving.
As if you talk about like the LGBTQ.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, like you think them songs that we were singing, that we were no. The funny thing is, joke is, there's a certain songs that we playing in thing, and it's weird, but like I'm not gonna speak on it. But
gay people still play and bump those tunes. Yeah.
Right, but yeah,
they play it heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
No issues, no qualms,
no issues,
no quarrels.
But
nobody upset.
There's a reason why certain people like they can't get a visa again. Shaba got like that interview when Shaba was explaining what it was in Jamaica, like that literally just
he got blackballed
completely. And you try to perform.
There's
it's like a UK
interview, yeah. You know, speaking like you're basically using the Bible saying like, oh, homosexual is wrong and da da da. You can't just do that. You can't just say that and da da. And after that interview, he was trickling down.
He said, full of y'all ting-a-ling-a-ling was still bumping, but they said, but
then like visa got cut off. You haven't heard from him, and since ASAP Rocky brought him out, no? That was he was ducking for a while. I won't say he's ducking, but you didn't really hear about Shaba for a while.
But the thing about it, it's like I remember back in the day, like certain artists, you had to sign a treaty in order to perform in certain places. Like you can't.
Right,
there was like a literal treaty that like, yo, you try to perform here, they boycotted you, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But at the same time, like,
my thing is, how are you gonna be more upset about what people do in their spare time with their loved ones more than the corruption in your own house? Like,
I mean,
that is a good question.
I don't understand that.
That is a good question.
You're like, adultery is bad, but like, not as bad as being in a committed relationship with someone you love who just happens to be the same gender as you.
Right. It's just unfortunate. It's just
like, why
people,
is that the
that's
all the sins?
That's just the world adultery? We live. That's just the world we live in.
Lending money?
Well, that's pretty easy to answer though.
All these things.
When you think of it, it just comes back to just
people in the streets.
It's just you have to make people.
As long as you're not,
you'll be fine in the end.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's just.
Wait a minute. The questions are always asked. I said asked.
I know.
Asked. But don't some of them wear quote unquote
stop it
gay clothing?
Stop.
Like
that guy. I know what you're saying.
I know where you're going with this.
I love it.
Stop.
Because like the tight clothing.
I've said this before.
I've
heard
this.
Multicolored hair.
Many times over.
Hey man.
The vest with the holes in it.
Hey man. Hey man.
A vest with holes in it. I can't wear that.
Many times.
It's hot in Jamaica, man.
I know, but times. Looking like a whole cowboy.
Hey man.
And the YMCA. Yeah, come again. Man. Yes. Come again. Yeah.
I don't have no answers for that.
Yeah. We're not asking you.
Answer.
Okay. We're not asking you to have the answer.
It's observation.
But we just need to say, let it be known on the record. Yeah. But all right.
Like when Elephant Man came out with the blonde hair, and I was just like, what's... This is...
He was the energy god.
See, that's the thing, though. It's the dichotomy between, it's like they're so conservative in very specific ways, but then they ignore all that conservativeness when it comes to dress, manner,
cake soap.
Cakes, wow.
But leave me alone. I don't wear cake soap, but I don't know what to tell you on that. But
some people just don't know. They don't know that that's what it's associated.
Certain trends I don't really I'm privy to. The only music I'm aware of is the Badman tunes. And the ganja tunes
for dancehall,
the affairs,
the ganja tunes,
the affair tunes, and the adultery tunes.
Man,
the
for real, what are
the
they
lyrical poetry and art of
dubs
of
Dub
how
music?
a woman's figure or body or looks can literally be shaped as something.
Cocoa bottle. like the poetry in dancehall is no. Like,
step up in the front line.
No, guys, no. I'm talking about the real lyricist.
All right,
stuff.
calm down, Sizzle. Calm down.
Like when
right,
Vibes
Sizzle.
Cartel, the wizard of dancehall,
The Wizard of Dancehall.
the wizard, the GOAT, one of the greatest of all time, says stuff like
Wizard of Dancehall.
a girl set good like an ice in a freezer.
You know what?
That is a line. Like, just decode. Let's explain this. Set good like ice in a freezer.
Yo,
When you put ice in the freezer and you pour the water in the ice cube tray, you have to set it good in the freezer. So when you say a girl's body set good like ice in a freezer, that is it's a crazy analogy.
that is yeah.
And like a shooting range, everything, man to woman bubble up like the ark. There was a man and a woman that went up to the ark. Who thinks of these things during the time of sex? This man.
As he's talking about Noah's Ark, or
Noah's Ark.
So everyone's paired up. Like, okay.
Going to a party.
That story always skeeved me out.
Okay.
The Noah's Ark.
In my face and tell me all
These people have bars.
had sex with their
These
brothers
people
and
have bars. We have bars. I am not gonna let that go. I don't have nothing to say to that. But Vibes Cartel. There's a lot of creativity in dancehall.
He got married recently. No?
yeah, to some girl.
Yeah, apparently. And
lack of interest.
but yeah, you know, I guess if it could still stream, that means it's still gonna play. I'm assuming. These people are still gonna make their money on YouTube and all these other things.
It was banned from TV, and it's like, but who's really watching
TV.
I mean, is this really a bad look? No. I think that they definitely are probably trying to get back to the era of like all the dance hall, like dance.
The dancing sweet.
Yeah.
I'm on my tree.
Yeah, like that. As well as just the choreo dance hall.
like the actual
signal they playing and a signal they playing. Like that.
That's actually
that was a good time.
Right? So I think they're really trying to get back to that.
Yeah. Yes.
But you know what's funny?
In the daytime.
The crazy thing about that is that time, the dancers were bad man.
I can't.
They talk about it sometimes, but not all the time.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. It's mostly about having fun. That's the whole.
Yeah.
That's what they.
But sometimes you can have fun busting your gun at the same time. Your imaginary gun.
Rolling.
Not
Your
gun. Not the gun to kill people.
Oh.
The gun
The one to bring life?
pull up the tune. The
gun to bring life.
The gun that brings life to the song.
Good.
To pull it up. Pull the song up. That gun.
Bring life.
The trigger.
Bring life.
The trigger. You know what I damn well mean. You know what? Let's just wrap this up. This is a little too late. We're getting too. You know what I mean?
You're good, bring life.
Yo.
You're good, bring life.
It brings life.
This girl's having a ball right now.
Just imagine them remaking all the songs though.
Yo, I mean,
that's
Jamaicans the best for like switching.
They are.
You know how much songs that I've heard, like reggae-fied or dancehall-fied, and found out that is not the original composer of the song.
Ding dong with happiness.
Happiness.
It's not happiness. It's he turned it to happiness.
Yo,
that thing is called finesse. That is the song.
That's what happened.
Elephant
that is the song. Ding dong came and took the song over. Who is the African man who did the song?
Elephant Man stole a whole heap of songs.
Hold on.
Like Willie Bum soda never said that will never die. That is from a completely different song.
That's from
happiness. It's brought my
No,
business.
I was singing that first.
Yo.
And then Jamie put me onto like the actual person's name. I was like, wait, he's saying finesse. I don't.
Yeah.
What version is this?
Give me the purr. Give me the purr.
There's a happy. He took the song and he said happiness.
It's called finesse, and he turned it into happiness.
Hold on.
Everybody makes these songs. Everybody, but yo, at the end of the day,
by
Ding Dong. Oh, who's the original?
So the original is by the song Finesse for those listening is by
Pells
Fields and BNXN. BNXN, okay.
Afrobeat song.
Afrobeat, yes.
And now is a dancehall song.
Now it's a dancehall song by Ding Dong. Called Happiness.
Well, people just be making remixes and stuff. But anyway, music is okay. I'm gonna say this. At the end of the day, the moral of the story is music is a thing when it hits, you feel no pain.
White folks say it controls your brain.
Unless it's Lil Jon.
Oh, you don't listen to Dead Prez.
Unless it's like Lil Jon.
There.
This is Lil Jon when they, when crunk music comes on, you get elbowed in the face,
stomped,
or
shoved,
or dagger when a daggering track comes on and women are willingly getting their head bust and it turns to
sometimes
a TLC. It turns to tables, ladders, and chairs. Girls are gonna power bomb through tables. Then I seen some girls get a suplex. I'm like, whoa!
I seen a clip where I think a girl got damn near a concussion because a guy did a running stop, ass to the face, and then she got up and she just I
don't know why they don't have the wrestling.
She would walk out the party.
I seen man climb the ladder.
Matting down.
That is literally how they should start making their money.
Yo, I seen
put the wrestling network down in Jamaica.
Jim Ross.
And how
this is Jim Ross.
Because the way that these people are throwing themselves.
My God. God.
Meters.
Yo, these
this,
guys.
This is the reason why Jamaica is winning in the Olympics, eh?
I believe they would. There are just some gymnasts out there.
What?
There are some gymnasts.
Yo.
There's some. All
right, I'm going to do this long jump. Okay, the pump is right there. I'm just going to go. Long jump. Oh! I just jump in.
Yo, I've seen.
And the brace. What?
I've seen things turn into like a freaking ECW wrestling. Like, girl be on the table, legs spread open. Guy will climb up the ladder, rip off his shirt, rip off his hat, rip off his things, his white beater. RVD! Jumps off. He's in the air so long that the girl has time to move. And he goes through the table.
Cross first.
Cross first. Through the table. Yo, one time I seen one where the man jumped on, the trolley?
Yeah.
Bro, he jumped off the ladder, hit a ceiling tile. Ceiling tile fell off in the air. He landed before the ceiling tile. He hit the trolley. The trolley broke. But yo, the way he dropped it, the trolley, lucky he dropped in the middle of the trolley.
Oh,
if he dropped it, you know how they have the pole sticking out. Oh, he dropped one side, went boom, and the pole is like right here, and he literally crotch first, but the pole was over here, on where his rib was. He could have impaled his heart.
He could have impaled, he could have died. Yeah.
For what? You ripped up your fresh shirt.
You probably spent 4,000 Jamaican dollars.
For me is when you're tearing people's article of clothing. They didn't ask for that when they go to the party. They're dancing. A man took. Man's behind the girl.
No one asked for a pelvic.
The man's behind the girl. Do this thing with his girl. Throw his legs over. Throw the one leg.
Fracture.
Throw the next leg. Grab her hair. Nunchucks with the weave. Nunchucks with the weave. Put it on his head. Ripped off the bra.
What makes it worse is she's out here.
Yeah, ripped off the bra. Took the weave cap, threw it in the air. Mr. Perfect, throw it behind the back, catch it on the side, put it back on her head,
backwards,
and then somehow still behind the cheek.
Still behind her.
His feet have not touched the ground.
His feet have not touched this whole time. He literally levitated
He somehow has 6 legs, but he's spinning around.
But then he taps her in the middle of her back, and then all of a sudden her legs are catch around his waist, and he's like windmilling her around.
Now he's has her like a wheelbarrow.
Yes,
and
spinning in the air,
windmilling her around,
spinning.
and she's out here with the glee in her eyes.
Hands are straight up. Now everybody's jumping in like it's a one skip thing. Everybody's jumping in the air.
People aren't allowed on the ice.
That's. I mean.
Imagine if black people were good at skating.
Yo, can you imagine daggering on ice?
Jamaica.
Can you imagine?
Needs to do
one man grabs the girl, grabs her, daggering her, pushes her. They're now they're sliding down because ice.
Yes,
all the tricks.
Yes.
Like that would be a terrible sight because that one slip.
He's on her
Yo,
back
but that would not end well because if one person slip and your physics and your air body, it just takes one drop on ice for you to reflect on your whole life.
Thank you.
That one where your body hits and your head just whiplash off ice. After that, you're just holding your head, reflecting. Why did I go on ice? Why did I go on ice? You're just hot like you're concussed. Multiple concussions.
No, but Jamaicans party hard though.
They party hard. It's musty in the outdoors. It's musty outdoors.
The man did not say musty indoors. He said
outdoors. Musty outdoors.
Yo,
man, they're dancing till morning.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
bro, how these people should be amazing at rock climbing the way they climb the speaker boxes.
They should be amazing at so many things.
There's one they'll be on a tree in the air, dancing on a tree, on the branch. They have their whole faith and life on that branch.
On the branch.
And the branch will snap. Some of them will somehow grab the tree and swing onto a next branch. And you're just like, what the hell?
All
you
this
don't even hear
dive.
the music. The mic
first.
And the freaking MC is yelling, like it is chaos. Mere
Can you imagine?
Chaos.
Oh my gosh.
Yo,
you take them in for guerrilla warfare. It's over.
It's over. Like,
listen to me.
You're trying to shoot this man. He's like,
yo, listen to me.
Yo,
listen to me. And the worst thing is a lot of the time, I'm seeing people like. You ever see Spice performance when she has the dancehall girls and they're just judo flipping niggas?
Yo,
they judo flip niggas.
Yes, they do. They take them by the shoulder. They'll come. No. They come nice. They come
like,
nice.
what I'm supposed to do here?
The male. They hold on to his shoulder, do a nice little easy rock, and then they kick him from the back.
The meanest leg sweep.
And then you see the whole trade of girls, just one. Bop! Next bop!
Oh, they did the
Hardy Boys.
What?
Remember the Hardy Boys back in the day when it's like when someone would just jump over the next person just to land on something? That's how crazy it is. And the leg sweep, the funny thing is
crazy.
When they catch the leg sweep and these mans just drop, they're not even prepared for the cheeks that's in the air. The next person airborne, ready to land on them.
He's still coming down and he's seeing it coming at him.
Yeah.
Yo,
it's like Naruto when he has the clone jutsus and all the different ones that run every one. It's
like he's like, okay. And it's like, but it's for action.
But then they'll pick him up, They will pick him up and drop him on the next side. And
you'll see him do a full cartwheel.
Man's will be there baffled. They're like, and then you realize you're under a bed sheet. You're like, what? How does this happen?
It's real. And Spice is just out in the front singing.
I saw Spice put somebody in a hospital one time doing that.
Yo.
I mean, there are many hospitals.
My pelvic.
Trust me, the fracture that may happen.
There's many hospital bills.
I've seen situations where a man tried to pick up the girl, and the girl said, "No, I'm picking you up," and they pick him and run him
They have to fight back. Okay, this is what gender equality.
And you know what's so funny? It's just hilarious because the cameraman is following behind him. And you know how you see some people get picked up and then you realize in their face that they never got picked up before?
Like they're just like, what?
So instead of like trying to fight the pickup, they just freeze in the air and they're just getting picked up. It's like, yo, this is a terrible day for you.
Mind you, this happens in Toronto too. They brought the culture over here.
No, they brought it here.
I've seen a girl that I know and Brooklyn. I've met. Man, she had her crew. The guy did not know the crew was there. I don't know if he was drunk or what. But all you saw in the clip was the guy standing there. The girl come, he there grabbing up on her. She's like, you know what? Cool. She turned around, she bent over. He's there doing the most. She's there signaling to her girl.
To run.
Oh. She went and ran full force. He's not seeing it. He's just mesmerized from the booty.
It's true.
And she came.
Jumps
and
in
she
the man's
dropped
lap.
down. Yep. She's coming full force. She dropped down.
Yep.
She's coming towards him and like knocks him over just from pelvis.
Oh, shoot.
And then like he knocks on the floor. And then once she's done, she there 1, 2 bounce. And the next girl comes from above his head and drops him. Yo! And then she went and flipped him off. The big girl now.
Oh, shit.
Yo, that happened before.
I said,
I had to catch one. I went, whoa. Yeah.
Whoa.
No, it's funny because like you have one jump, catch it, but I got knee in my ribs. Like I caught the one leg and the next leg. I caught it, but like it wasn't.
You get
combat sports.
You get that.
Why isn't there a Jamaican like combat sport league? It's just all these matches.
MMA.
Just straight up like. I would watch that. I would watch that.
No, but literally, like, it's literally Jamaican like luchador thing. Like they literally like some y'all could bust a hurricanrana and. But anyway, let's wrap this up.
That was our weekly Jamaican segment.
Weekly Jamaican segment. You guys have anything to plug?
Of course. Definitely go and find me on the Nerdz, TheNerdZZZ, as well as check out my photography page where I'm doing all things photography at zzz.studioto, which is zzz.studioto on Instagram.
I just have to say, support Delnijiro, DELNIJIRO, Twitter, Instagram. I didn't even do my AKK. It's like AKA I bring the crowd with me. AKA when I put on chapstick, everyone puts on chapstick. AKA Captain Corners. That's it.
Follow me at J Hunterville. Blizzard Boys call the pod out. Follow me on Twitch, Blue Pistols. More things coming in the works, I'll say. I'll talk later. Pissed. Shout out Mula first. What you've been doing is hilarious. I'm gonna say that, yo. You're a guy. You're hilarious. I just have one question. Next time if you go to Wendy's, and Krispy Kreme and you're buying out all that stuff, just let me know. I don't mind, having those one of the meals or whatever. If you're buying anything on the menu, then just say, just saying, sir.
Just put it as a story alert, and then when people see it, just be like, oh.
No, I know he probably doesn't want everybody to know where he's at, but yeah. Keep doing your thing, sir. Keep doing your thing. That's all I'm gonna say. You have any questions, concerns? Why can't I talk? What? Yo, wow, what a brain fart.
What?
Sorry, guys. You're gonna have to edit that because I'm sorry. Something just came to my mind. If you have any questions, concerns, send to askthevent@gmail.com. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play. Shout out to Ira, that person you were hearing in the background with the information, the informative information. Any questions, concerns, send to askthevent@gmail.com. HaunFest 2022 is in the works. Get your tickets now. And this is the vet. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Wash your hands.